Hello and welcome to episode 40 of the Witch and Knits podcast. I'm Shy, I'm a witch, and I knit and I spin and I sew and I crochet and I do all kinds of crafty things, and I like to sit down here on this channel and chat about it sometimes. Here's my awkward intro. We made it to 40 episodes. This is a special episode. We made it to 40 episodes. We made it to 1,000 subscribers, and it's our 2-year podiversary. So grab a drink. We're gonna celebrate. Cheers! So, on the top of the episode, my hair is different again. I dyed it a different shade of purple. I was cut my hair, just got it back in a couple of little pigtails, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. It's a weird time in the day for me to film. It's 4 in the afternoon because I wanted to celebrate today. I did not want to do that at 11 o'clock in the morning, so here we are. It's weird. I'm gonna just be, and also like I can't figure out what's wrong with my camera setup. I feel like it's a lot further down than normal. I have to hello, I don't know, but it's a weird one. But yeah, I am super happy the way all of you guys are here, and that's amazing. It's like I can't even really put it into words. I'm just like, hello and welcome back to returning viewers. If you've been here from the start, you're a proper star. Cheers to you. But everybody who's here is a proper star anyway. I don't know, I never expected to even hit 500, so the fact that we're above 1,000 now is beyond me. So I'm just so happy all of you want to share some of your day with me every now and then. So thank you so much, everybody who's here. Yeah. What do I usually talk about at the start of the episode? I have knitting, I have some crochet, I have some sewing. I don't know, do I usually, because I don't remember, this is the thing. Every time I sit down I'm like, how do I do this? What? Anyway, I have some whips and I have some FOs, and I'm just going to jump straight into what I've been working on lately. I'm going to start with the whips, and I'm going to start with my oldest whip, which is living in this beautiful bag from Variable Difference. I just got stuck. Oh, that reminded me, I was gonna say, what am I wearing today? I am wearing my I cannot speak. I am wearing my diaphanous raglan by Jessime Designs on Jessie May on Instagram, Jessime Designs on Ravelry. You can get her patterns off of Ravelry if you can't use Ravelry. For the person who asked what's up with Ravelry last time, I think I forgot to reply to that comment, but Ravelry has had some accessibility issues for quite some time now, and it's not been fixed. A lot of people can't use Ravelry because they get migraines and epilepsy spells and stuff like that, and it's not been fixed, so a lot of people aren't using Ravelry. I can use Ravelry. I'm using the old Rav, but that's getting discontinued in March, which I'm not super happy about unless they fix the issue. So that's why I put my stuff on Ravelry as well as off Ravelry, because I can use it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to use it, and also I want to keep this podcast and everything surrounding it accessible to as many as I can. So if you run into any troubles anywhere with like my blog or anything, and you find that it's a bad colour scheme or anything, please let me know, because I would love to fix it so that everybody can use it. That out of the way. Jessie Designs. My first project, and I'm going to try to not get stuck in these. These are just some trinkets I've put on there that I found somewhere, and they're a bit too heavy to keep in projects, but it's an ametrine amongst other things. There's an amethyst and citrine thing, but yeah. It's going to be a rambly one today, I'm so sorry. I have had one sip of that, so it's not that, it's just me being excited. In here lives my Baudelaire Crop, which doesn't look a lot different from last time, but I have actually put quite a few rows in this since last time. I did not put a progress keeper because I'm not an organised person, but I've done maybe that much, so yeah, I need to put this, like I've said before, on longer needles to see just how long it is. But I think I have quite a bit more to go on the torso before I can do ribbing. I'm going to do ribbing in black, so I'm going to switch yarns for that, but yeah. This one, if you haven't seen it before, is the Baudelaire Crop by Skeinanigans on Ravelry and Instagram. I think she's Skeinanigans on Instagram, but yeah, this is going to be a crop top. It's going to have a little collar. The pattern has a Peter Pan collar. I'm going to see if I can alter that to a bat wing shaped collar, and it has an option for short, long, and I think three-quarter length sleeve. I don't know, but it has some sleeve options. I'm going to see which one I choose depending on how much yarn I have. So for this one I am using what's it called? The one where you alternate skeins. Helical knitting, and I am knitting it out of Curio Stitches in Happy December. So yeah, and the cuffs. The ribbing bits and the collar are going to be knit out of some opal sock yarn scraps I have lying around. But yeah, that's what this one is. Curio Stitches and the pattern and everything will be linked below. As always, I have all my show notes and links and everything in my description box, so you can easily find what I am working on. Who am I? My second whip is looking rather silly, please don't laugh. I'm working, actually I finished the thumb, my pumpkin spice mittens, in my long boy. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, they fit David very nicely. It's very much too long for me and quite big, so I'm going to attempt to felt these once I'm done. I don't really know how that happened, but here we are. And yeah, like I said, I am going to be felting these. Hopefully that helps. I do like felting things. It's very it turns out so neat when you felt colour work. So yeah, I'm going to try that, and if that doesn't work, I have a good reason to knit another pair, and these are just going to be pretty somewhere because I love the design anyway. These are by Skeindeer Knits. The design is by Skeindeer Knits. That's my progress keeper that I haven't removed. It says Spooky. I made it from alphabet beads, which I am slightly obsessed with. But yeah, this is the one. It's got a little jack-o'-lantern there, and there's pretty pattern, and on the front there's a cup of PSL. So I am done with the first mitten, going to cast on the second mitten at some point soon. Yeah. I have to weigh my yarn and see if I have enough, because I've been using scraps for this. I know I have enough of the orange, but I don't know if I have enough of the white, so I might have to buy more of the white, which isn't really a problem because I always end up using this kind of, it's Rauma, Lamel I think, and I use that for quite a lot of things, honestly, so that won't be an issue. It's just annoying when you're like, I'm a stash burst, and you end up buying new things for your stash busting projects. I do that all the time. So annoying, but anyway, finger guns. My third whip lives in my own bag that I made. This one I didn't mention, but my sister-in-law made this for me. It's super cute, it has bats. This one I made myself out of scrap fabric after I made a project bag for my sister-in-law. Yay! But anyway, in here lives my golden wreath socks that I am knitting and designing myself. These are my first pair of socks for the festive sock along that AmyFlorence of Dyeworks and Stranded podcast is hosting over on Instagram and on Ravelry if you're over there. But you can enter both on Instagram and Rav, so yeah. These are my first pair of socks, and this is my first sock of my first pair of socks. I just did the heel flap today. I've been doing an partridge heel with a garter edge, so I am about to sit down and turn the heel later and then figure out what kind of gusset I want. I'm thinking I might want to do the one on the bottom because I really like that design element. It's got a little colourwork border, and this yarn is Zooming Home for Christmas by Stranded, and the golden yarn is Revenge of the Harpsichord by Woolenvine, and the white is just scrap undyed yarn from when I bought a bunch of yarn to dye last year, and I had this tiny bit that I didn't dye, so I'm just using that up. So yeah, these are my own design. I am writing it down as I go, and I have so many sock ideas, you guys. I don't know, I've been totally out of sock mojo for quite some time. I've knit a sock here and there, but it's not been super exciting. I think I kind of lost it a little bit when I designed piebald and I decided to knit the second pair, and both pairs turned out with one sock a lot smaller than the other. And yeah, this year has just been all over the place for everybody, but also on a personal level, so I've kind of been gravitating toward knitting garments because that's a lot of just stockinette, you know. I mean, socks are stockinette as well, but they're small and you have to like do the magic loop thing. I just have been wanting round and round and round things, so yeah, haven't really worked a lot on socks, but suddenly, like a couple of weeks ago, inspiration happened, and I think I've got 3 or 4 sketches now, no, that one included, of like socks I want to design. So that's interesting and that's fun, and I still need to finish writing down 2 others, like the piebald and the snow globe. It's like I have all these sock designs, but I don't do anything with it. I will, don't worry. But yeah, those were my golden wreath socks. And now we are moving on to FOs, which is exciting because I've got 2 FOs. I finished 2 things yesterday. I was on a bit of a roll, what can I say? First up is my Crescent Moon Shawl by, oops, it's the wrong way around, by Elly, Willis of Curio Stitches, and also now Luna Knit, which she's got a separate channel, a second channel, and Instagram account as well. Yeah. So yeah, I have to block this and stretch this little cable pattern part. It's got little, I don't know how well you can see that, but it's got beads and little crescents because it's a crescent moon shawl, and yeah, it is super pretty. I really like this yarn, but I feel like it would have been better, this yarn, the way it knits up, would have been better going in stripes like this, but it's okay. I think it's really pretty, and that doesn't take away from the design at all. The design is wonderful. It's a really long shawl, and it's you can knit it with or without beads. I opted for beads because I love beads. It's got beads along all the edges. How many times can I say beads? Bead. Mr. Bead. And I had so many beads left. Bead, bead, bead. I also beaded the bind off. So now it's a bead off. Ha! But yeah, I did that, and there are beads in the crescents, and yeah, it is super cozy and big and warm, and it's all garter stitch except for the crescent part. So yeah, I have a shawl. I have to weave in the ends, I have to soak it, and I have to block it. I have to sort out the issue of not having a blocking mat. But here we are, I have a shawl, and I'm really happy with it. And it's super cozy. The way it drapes is really nice. I know the beads help a bit with that because they have some weight to them, but also like the way garter stitch drapes, and this is a single ply yarn, it's just marvellous. I mean, look at the weight of it, it's wonderful. I'm really happy with this. I'm really glad I got to test this. The thing is though, I'm so dumb sometimes. I was gonna knit. So when I signed up for this test knit, I signed up to do the beaded version and the large shawl, and we all had to rip back at some point because there was an error in the pattern. It was missing half of the decreases. So when I started over, I did a bit of a brain fart, and since I'm a short and not very big person, I almost always knit the smallest size of things. So I just automatically go for the first number in the series of numbers in a pattern with different sizes automatically. And I did for this one as well without thinking until I was about to pick up the stitches over here for the patterned border, and I realised, oh, for f***'s sake, Shy, you were supposed to do the big one, and I was like, why is it so much faster this? I know I have double the amount of decreases now, but that shouldn't make that much of a difference. I guess I have the answer now. I accidentally knit the small one, but Elly was like, no, don't rip back, just do the small one. So I might be, at some point in the future, making the big one as well, because that's what I was supposed to do. Somehow I always mess up when I'm testing things. I feel so bad, but it's just, maybe I shouldn't test things. I think it's so much fun, and in the end, I mean, it is to pattern, it is correct for the small size, but it wasn't what I was supposed to do. But yeah, such is life, I guess. That was very hot, don't do that. But yeah, somehow I always mess up, but yeah. I'm a pro at ripping back and picking up again, so. And I'm a quite fast knitter, so it's usually okay. Speaking of things you have to redo because you're stupid, I finished my Storm's Approach hat by Kelcey Garner of KnittingNiqabi, and I love it. This time it fits. I'm going to see if I can do this without ruining my hair, but this time it fits really nicely. It's super cute and my fringe is in my eyes. Can't see anything, but I don't want to mess around with it because it's doing its own thing today. But yeah, I really enjoy this. It's so cozy. This one I actually knit the smaller size for because I don't have a huge head. Last time you saw this 2 weeks ago, it was just 2 cases of yarn. I was going to say you saw, but yeah, I put in a picture where it was so big it just went over my head down to my shoulders. But yeah, no, this time it fits really nicely and it's quite warm, so I'm going to take it off, but sorry. It's got this wonderful textured pattern, and yeah, this one is to be released very soon, I think for next weekend, I think, like for Halloween, if I remember correctly. So I am going to try and get some pictures of this this weekend, and yeah, super happy, super happy. I bound this off yesterday as well as the shawl, and yeah, very good pattern. 10 out of 10 recommend, especially if you do like textured knits. It's very tactile. I really like this. Very squishy, very warm, very cozy. It's going to be wonderful to wear out, which is good because it's getting really cold now, so happy with that. And those are all of the knits I am either working on or done with for this week. I do have some other things to talk about though. I do have one crocheted thing. I just need to check who made that pattern because I forgot to write it in my notes. I have notes today and I'm still a mess. I crocheted a thing. I crocheted a little Baphomet. This is the pattern Baphomet by Maria Zurakova on Ravelry. I am going to sort some things out with him. I think these wings are a bit floppy. They're cute, so I might either put some wire in them so they can stand out or just remove them. And I'm also going to put eyes in. I was going to buy a pair of like button eyes for him, but they only had safety eyes. They do have some holes in them, but I might have to behead him, put eyes in, and sew them back together again. But isn't he adorable? He's so floppy. I mean, I'm not a great crocheter by any means. I'm very much a noob at crocheting, but I like making little stuffed animals sometimes. And I was going to make a little Baffy for the car. We don't own a car, but we will at some point. I was going to make a little mascot for the future car that we don't own yet, but will at some point, because we're kind of looking to get a car. But yeah, he's a bit big for that. He's still going to live in the car, I think, but he's a bit too big to be one of those mirror buddies. But yeah, he's gonna probably live in the car somewhere. But but he needs his eyes first so you can see. But yeah, I made him. He's happy and he's so far blind. So this was some stash busting. I actually had to, part of why these wings are so terrible is because, I don't know if you can see that, but I had to like, I had so many like this long pieces of the red yarn because I was using that for tablet weaving a while back, and I just took what was left because I didn't finish the weft, and had to tie it together because I ran out of the red yarn, and I wanted to make the wings and I didn't want to make them in the black yarn because they wouldn't be visible at all. But I might, like I said, remove them because I'm not super happy with them, but they've got little knots sticking out everywhere, so it's a bit unsightly, but he's cute. Maybe I should make a little angel goat so I can have a devil goat and an angel goat on my shoulders for Halloween. I don't have any white cotton. That would be fun though. But yeah, Baphomet. I made him. He's cute. And then I have been sewing. Yeah, sewing is next because I don't have any spinning to show this week at all. I have been just playing through my test knits because I've got another test knit coming up for which I have gotten 80% of my yarn. The other one I'm still waiting for, but I might get into that later. It's not very exciting, it's black yarn because hello, I'm me, but I have been sewing in the evenings after I've felt done knitting for the day. So first of all I have this box of tea, but it's full of hexies because I started a little EPP piece. I started an English paper piecing mini quilt thing. It's not going to be a quilt, it's going to be actually be a project bag, but I started a little scrap EPP project, which is part of it is the fabric I got from Spoonflower for the shirt I'm making. So yeah, I've been slowly stitching away on this. This part I just stitched one and then one. I didn't do any like in any kind of order, and then I realised maybe I should just put together the flowers like flowers. So I like did this one yesterday and it didn't take any time at all, and I realised that's so much faster than just piecing one to the other. So yeah, this is also a thing I'm a total noob at, but I'm really enjoying it. So this is going to be a project bag, and yeah, I'm making this one from one of the sides. You saw there were like two sides in the box. One is going to be one side, and then I'm going to make the other side, and the bottom's going to be in plain black, I think, and then the lining is probably going to be grey, I think. So that is... If anybody's seen Julian Salmita and Jenna Marbles, every time I see EPP, my brain goes and it's terrible. So yeah, I've been working on that. It's really fun. Yeah, don't know, I don't have a lot to say about it. It's paper piecing. I made a bunch of hexies, so many hexies. I really enjoy it, but I feel the need for a rotary cutter because scissor cutting everything is painful. But yeah, that's that one, and yeah, it contains scraps from the shirt I'm working on, which I'm going to show you now. Here is my shirt. It is not finished. I am going to have to redo the sleeves because they are quite terrible. They're not terrible, but I don't really know. This pattern is like weird. And my measurements aren't standard. I've got quite narrow shoulders and I'm a very short person. I'm 5'2", 158 centimetres, so I'm quite short. And I've got a narrow frame. And patterns are usually not made for short people with narrow frames. They're made for more of average frame and height people. And then just size up and down from that. But this shoulder seam sits exactly where my shoulder ends. And since the puff sleeves, they go out to about there. So it looks like I'm wearing some sort of like somebody's 80s ball gown frock thing, and I'm not really living for it. I put some pictures in my Instagram story yesterday of it, but it looks better on photo than it did IRL. So I am definitely going to reset the sleeves in. What I'm going to do, because I'm also thinking about shortening them, and also they're very, they're a lot bigger than what my arms are, so I might just redo the entire sleeves, but I'm going to do a bunch of mock-up sleeves set in this shirt, like base them in, see what happens, pick the one I like the best, copy that and onto these pieces of fabric, because luckily they're way too big, not too small. I'm out of this fabric now, except for scraps. So I can't get more sleeves out of the fabric without having to buy more, which wouldn't be a problem, but it was kind of pricey. And I don't really want to order another metre of it. That's a lie. I definitely want to order another metre of it, but I would like to order another metre of it in another kind of fabric. This is poplin, and I would like to order a more like softer cotton, a bit thicker for like a project bag or something, and maybe some masks. But yeah, no, I am redoing the sleeves. And what I did yesterday, apart from that, is I've taken up, so now I know I was way too tired and my back gave up, but I took up, because I just left it very long, because I didn't know, since from the waist down I've drafted the rest of the pattern myself, so I didn't know exactly how I wanted the hem to go, so I've just pinned it, so I'm gonna sort that out next time I work on this. But yesterday I got way too tired, so I had to put it away. And I've also re-sewn the buttons on. I did the buttons before, and then I was told a really good tip by my sister-in-law again, because she's awesome and knows all the things about sewing. I redid the buttons, because originally I don't sew them on super tight buttons, because that's hard to button, but a good tip is to take a toothpick between the thread and the button as well for even better buttons. So shout out to my sister-in-law for that tip. That was really good, because now I have this issue where I always, like, when I button things, I always ram a button up under my nails and it hurts like a bleep. But this time I didn't, because they're looser now and I really like that. But yeah, no, I'm working on that. It's not done. It's going to take a while, but at least I'm learning a lot of things from this project. It was maybe a bit ambitious to jump straight into like half drafting your own shirt and also like altering patterns and stuff like that, but I'm learning a lot of stuff from it. It doesn't look terrible. I mean, somebody else could probably pull the sleeves off as they are. They just look silly on me because they look like I've taken I've put on somebody's shirt that's too big for me, is what it looks like now. Well, except for the torso, like the rest of it, this fits perfectly. So it's just these bad boys. Too big. The shoulder seams shouldn't be here, they should be up here. So I'm going to move that. Right, we're back. The lighting has changed because I had to go and empty the card, and I don't know if everything looks really odd now. I'm sorry. I was about to dive into, I was talking about sewing, I remember now. It's been a little bit. Stash enhancements. I have gotten some yarn in the mail. I've got 4 skeins of black yarn. It's not super interesting, you can't see it at all now. Yeah, I ordered 4 skeins of black yarn because I'm going to be test knitting for another pattern for Elly of Curio Stitches / Lunar Knit Witch. I always forget to mention this, but she has a yarn and fibre shop which is linked below, and she also designs patterns which you can also get in the shop, linked below. But she also has a channel, I think I link that every time, but she also has a YouTube channel and you should go check her out because she's super sweet. But yeah, I think I've forgotten to say that, but she also has a podcast, vlogcast I think she says, YouTube channel, so you should totally go check her out. But yes, yarn. I'm test knitting an upcoming pattern again for her, which this time is going to be a jumper, which is called the Feline Phantom, and I'm super excited. It's going to be so much fun. So yeah, this is going to be my main colour, and I am waiting to get a skein of sea glass from her shop, which I ordered, and it is currently on its way because the mail is weird these days. But yeah, I can't wait to get that. It's going to be so good. So I am going to be caking this up soon and casting on and knitting as far as I can before needing the other skein of coloured yarn. So yeah, these are Kampes 3-ply, which is a light DK. And this time I did several gauge swatches for this, and I was between wanting to use 2-ply. No, this is 2-ply, not 3-ply. I was in between like wanting to use the 3-ply and the 2-ply, but the 2-ply fit better than the 3-ply, which matches the yardage of the other yarn better, but it's going to be okay. But yeah, Kampes, Swedish yarn, wool. So yeah, that's going to be fun. It's going to be a jumper. I hope I have enough, but otherwise this is probably the most reliable colourway. It's plain black, so I can't really go wrong. And also if I order it now, I think it's going to be the same batch anyway. So yeah, I got that. And I also, because you all know I've been stalking the second-hand shops in the area lately a lot, and scored a lot of fabric, but this time I scored a whole bag of yarn. This looks black, but it's purple. Actually, it's Drops Cotton Viscose. I'm a bit like Drops, because you know they have a lot of patterns, and they have a lot of free patterns, and they have a lot of patterns that are eerily similar to smaller designers or other other designers' patterns. So I'm a bit like about buying directly from them, but these were like, well, UK terms, 50p each. So I bought 16 because this is a wonderful, lustrous, super soft yarn, and I totally want to knit something out of cotton viscose. So I've got the purple, I've got a turquoise, I have this mauve-ish, lavender-ish, I don't really know what to call this colour, and I've got, let's see, I think it's just one ball of this copper, and I was like, ew, cotton viscose all Dottner. But then I'm also like, slightly problematic yarn, slightly problematic design there. I don't know. I want to knit something out of these together, something like a Soldotner. Maybe I should design something for myself. I don't know, or maybe I'll just knit the Soldotner again because I do own the pattern. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to quickly go and wash my handsies because those need to... What I'm going to do is I'm going to first put them in the freezer. It's cotton, shouldn't have any bugs, but you never know. I'm going to put them in the freezer, skein them, wash them, and then I can use them because I feel a bit like, second-hand yarn. I wash everything I get from the second-hand shop. They look and feel clean, but I'm still like, nyeh. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly wash my hands. And what's it called? The hand sanitizer it's called, because times are crazy and we have this big pump bottle of hand sanitizer in the middle of this room. But yeah, that is I think all. That's my stash enhancement. I've talked about, yeah, my plans. I'm going to knit the Feline Phantom and I'm going to knit something Soldotner-ish, if not the Soldotner, out of that yarn. I don't know. Because, yeah, but maybe all those things are like resolved, but I still have this meh feeling about it, you know? So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but yeah, I bought 16 balls of that yarn. Yeah, so yeah, that's gonna grow up to be something that I'm going to wear, but I don't know what, but it's gonna be glorious. I was thinking about one of the Halloween sweaters, but I'm not sure about the colours for that. I would have liked to have like orange, black and purple, but I think I have just one ball of that copper, so it's not going to be enough, and also no black, and also a lot of turquoise. So it's, yeah. Yes. But yeah, that is all I've been working on and all I've been shopping. I did buy some fabric scraps as well at the second-hand shop, but it's just like some brown cotton, some grey cotton, some undyed cotton. It's just some bits of cotton to paper piece with, possibly, or line project bags or whatever. It's going to be something like that, but it's nothing exciting and I can't really be asked to go get them, so I'm a bit sad I haven't done any spinning lately. But we did fix the wobble in the wheel, but now I have to fix the drive bands, and I have been, like I said, focusing, really focusing on my test knits, because well, the hat has a deadline this weekend. I'm done, just need to get some pictures. I would have wanted to get them today while I'm wearing makeup and stuff, but I'm gonna have to do my makeup another day this weekend as well, because the light is going. because we're in that time of year where the sun goes down earlier and earlier, which I don't mind. Samhain in a week, Halloween in a week, it's going to be good. Don't know what we're doing. Seeing sister-in-law and a friend tomorrow, which is also going to be good. Don't really know what else. Nothing really is going on. Nothing really has happened. I found thrips on my plants again, so they're all getting the good old neem treatment, which is annoying and smelly, but works. Witchtober. I still want to say I haven't quit, but I have been needing time off because I've just been knitting so much, and I've also been not at all doing good. I've had 2 really rough weeks with my therapy. I say this all the time, but now it's not rough because it's difficult subjects or that too, but now it's also rough because it's like, are you even listening to me? And I'm just like, what is going on? But not going to talk about that. It's been a bit of a low energy past 2 weeks, and yeah, people don't really seem to be enjoying my Witchtober videos a lot. Last one has gotten several dislikes, and I'm like, why? But maybe not to put myself in like, why did my videos get dislikes? I'm perfect, not like that, but it's like, I guess it's probably because of my demon goats. But you're on the channel Witchy Knits, you're gonna have to expect some friggin' demon goats. Hello, I've got one on the wall as well. But anyway, no, but I haven't, I want to say I haven't quit because I have several planned pieces I still want to do, so I might just do a couple more as a video and just for the last week, because I did say to myself from the start that I'm going to do as many as I can. If that's just 1 week, that's okay. If it's 2 weeks, it's okay. It's not okay. You should do every single one. No, I should not. Kind of like that thing happening in here. So, yeah. Kind of fighting myself on picking up the book again and doing the, because I'm really happy with a couple of sketches I have. I've got these like 3 spreads in the back of the book with like thumbnails, and I have a lot of them that are empty because I couldn't think of an idea for every single theme when I did the thumbnails. But I have a couple that I really want to do, so I might just sit down and do those and then just leave the rest and upload that for Halloween, because I don't think I'm going to do a Samhain or Halloween video in any way. I'm probably not going to podcast next week because yeah, I find that I don't really have enough content from 1 week to the next, so I kind of have to have that 2-week gap. Hope that's okay, but I try to sneak in a video of something else when I can in between. I feel like it would have been easier to do a daily vlog out of the Witchtober thing, or I should have just done Vlogmas, no, Vlogtober, because I do like drawing. I that's kind of always been my thing, but sitting down to push myself to do it daily just never really works out. I wish I could learn that, but one thing I do enjoy is doing daily filming, like daily vlogs, like for Vlogmas. I've done the entirety of Vlogmas 2 times, except for first year I didn't film Christmas Eve, I don't think, but last year I did. I'm going to try to Vlogmas this year. I don't know what this year's December would look like, but Vlogmas is probably going to happen. People have asked me, I've said yes. I enjoy Vlogmas, I really enjoy daily vlogging, even if I don't really do anything in the days. I really enjoy doing Vlogmasy stuff, so that's probably going to happen. But yeah, no, like I said, I don't want to say I've quit Witchtober, but I'm also not making any promises about doing those last couple of pieces. At least one of them I want to do, but it's a matter of actually getting to it, which is, yeah, I know if I push too hard I end up not drawing or painting or anything for like months on end, and that's not good either, because then I get this very pent up need to paint and draw, and then I do it like very intensely for 3 days and then I don't touch it again, so it's like a bad cycle. Yeah, no. So I'm going to sort that somehow, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit disheartening. I don't mind that the views are low, but when several people dislike something, it's like, oh, you don't like my art. I don't either, it's terrible, you know? Yes, that is that thing. Next year I'm probably gonna opt for doing Vlogtober instead. Maybe, and also like I don't really want to clog my Instagram with like black and white drawings. I don't know, I don't really have an aesthetic. I want to post everything I want to post on my Instagram, but well, I don't really have an aesthetic. My whole life is an aesthetic, I guess. Like my aesthetic is all, you know, it's either pink and sparkly and pastel rainbow, or it's black, broody and moody, and that's kind of my aesthetic, and everything in my life follows that. But other than that, I don't really have an aesthetic, you know. So I just kind of post what I want on there, but it's like a lot of just, I don't know, it doesn't look neat. I wish you could like have a separate tab on yours. Yes, you could put it on a separate account. I have an art account, but I also like want to just use my one account, so I kind of wish I had a tab, like you could do a hidden, I don't know, something like that. I wish Instagram had that option to like upload in a folder or whatever. I don't know. Guess you could do it in stories instead, but yeah. Here we are. So yeah, that is Witchtober. What else has been happening? Not a lot. I've been kombuchaing as usual. I started brewing kombucha when? September? No, it's got to be longer. I don't remember when I started, but I've made a bottled and made a new batch today, and this week we are brewing, oh well, the second fermentation in bottle is with red plum, apple and cardamom, and I'm really looking forward to tasting that, because I've done plum and cardamom before. I've done apple and cardamom, and both are wonderful. So I'm really excited about this batch. For anybody who doesn't know what kombucha is, it's fermented tea, which gets, well, fermented first for about a week to 10 days. Then you bottle it for a second fermentation with whatever flavouring you want. That works with fermentation. I've heard tales of avocado being a really bad and explosive idea. Don't try that. But you bottle it with whatever fruit flavouring, for instance, you want. Let it ferment in room temperature for a couple of days more. Pop it in the fridge. You got fermented tea soda, kind of, almost, but it's also probiotic and not sugary, because the yeast in it eats the sugars, and it's just wonderful. It's really good. I really enjoy it. I'm really glad I started brewing kombucha. I've been into wanting to start for a few years, but I just never knew how to, and the old place we lived in had mould, so I didn't dare start it. Same as with like sourdough bread, I didn't dare start a sourdough culture because of stuff in the air. It's always fun to rent a place that has that kind of issue, and you can't really do anything about it yourself other than just clean meticulously, but it doesn't really fix the problem. But yeah, kombucha, that's fun. Yeah, I don't really have a lot else. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna probably end it here, edit this as fast as I can so I can still get this up today on the Friday, because I upload on Fridays, but I also didn't want to have wine yesterday on Thursday, and I also didn't want to have wine at 11 in the morning, so here we are. I'm gonna have to be stressy for a bit. It's gonna take at least an hour because that's how long this video is. But yeah, I will see you next time I see you. But like I said, so many thank yous for all of you who are here, for who have subscribed and who are commenting and just being part of this little witchy coven that we have going here on this channel. I'm really happy you're all here and talking to me, watching my stuff, and just hanging out for a bit every now and then. Thank you so much. If you would like to join the coven, this is going to be, I think that sticks, and it's going to be cheesy and awkward because that's me. But if you want to keep seeing what I get up to with what I make, and yeah, that's what this channel is about, what I make. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and also like this video, share if you want on Instagram or wherever, and comment something. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. Yeah, again, I'm just super grateful for everybody who's here, and yeah, all the beautiful people. But yes, as always, all my links to all my pages, like my blog, I have a blog where I post show notes. I made it so that I can make like posts in depth about projects I make, but the one thing I should have made a post about, like kept writing notes and taking pictures, is that bloody shirt. Have I taken a single picture and then like, oh my god, this looks so bad? No, I haven't. So that one's not going to be on the blog as a post of its own, probably. Unless I write something and just show the finished thing when it's done. But I have a blog where I post my show notes and I post projects I make, and other videos and stuff like that. I mean, if you're on YouTube, you can find my videos here, obviously, but I also post them there. If you have a blog and want to share or anything, it's on WordPress, so you can reblog it if you have a WordPress blog. I don't know. I have a blog where you can find my stuff and my show notes with clickable links and stuff like that. It is also in my description box on YouTube. I'm so sorry, I'm like losing it. It's not even one, because but God, brain goes bye. You can find my links and you can find links to everything I've been talking about. I have to like read off the script that is in my head now. Links to everything I've been talking about, everybody I've been talking about, patterns I've been talking about, everything. Show notes, description down below. Also, chat to me if you want. I try to respond. I usually try to respond to last episode's comments when I upload the new episode. So it is, I'm slow, I know, I'm sorry, but I don't really spend a lot of time looking at my YouTube like Creator Studio because I get caught up in numbers easily and stress out about it. So sorry, but I do very much appreciate comments, and I do try to respond at some point. There have been cases of months between responses, and I'm terrible, but sorry. But yeah, that is it. The lighting is going awful now, so I have to end it here. But again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you immensely for watching and for celebrating my 2-year podiversary with me, and also the 40th episode, and also the fact that we are a lot of people here on this channel now. Yikes, that's a lot of people. But yeah, have a lovely weekend and week, and however long after that until I see you again. And yeah, I will see you soon. Yeah, what do I say when I sign off? But yeah, I will see you around.